Lesson 212. Make a start in the right direction. In your journey in life, it is important to be mindful of the path you decide to take. Most of the time, you will end up becoming the person you choose to create, depending on the actions and behavior you choose. God has predestined the way you should go, while it could be obvious on what His instruction is. It is in human nature to want to go your own way. In reality, none of these things can be accomplished by your own strength, because in such situation, our hearts can be very deceiving, and people will always tend to do what makes them feel good, rather than what is beneficial for them. But when you embark to this journey of following God, you must be willing to be uncomfortable in a long period of time, going against the norms of this world, in order to break through into God's new reality. For some people, they find their devotion to God to be nearly impossible because of how strong the desires of this world and of the flesh tend to be. But having this kind of mentality is a start in a wrong direction. The reason be, this kind of fight is not about flesh or blood, but is by the Spirit. It is not about how clever you may be, or how good you are in reasoning, but is only achieved when you are in full armor of God. For the flesh desires the things of the flesh, and the Spirit always desires the things of God. When God captivates you by the word of truth, it means you have created a clear path that nothing or no one will take it away from you. It is not about what people say or tell you to do, it is about what God says to you through His word and how much you are willing to sacrifice the things of this world. For everything is permissible, but not everything is beneficial. It is when God is telling you the things you shouldn't do and then instructs you on the better way to go. It is not because He doesn't mean good to you, rather. He is building you up to create the character and a person you will enjoy being for the rest of your life. In order for an athlete to be the best in his career, he must be willing to make sacrifices. And this process is normally not enjoyable, rather he knows that without this pain, he will not gain the victory. He knows there will be a routine that needs his attention, some diet to abandon or lifestyle behavior to avoid from what normally people do, so they can achieve greatness. With God, what you will achieve is far greater than the riches of this world, for He will provide for you peace beyond understanding. He will be your guide and lead you through the still waters. He will be your shepherd and you will never want. The fulfillment that He gives is not temporary, that you feel good today and tomorrow you are worn out, or you will worry about the trends of this world and be fearful of the world's influences. Rather, nothing in this world will move you, for you have something far better. You will not fear what others fear, because you understand that it is not you, but God who is in control. And this is not something fictional or empty promise, rather it is a genuine intervention from an authentic dedication. For those who have the feel of unbelief have not really come to know God personally. Dwell in His presence and not on the presence of this world, for there you will find Him. For God never mixes up with evil. Consider carefully the way that you go and ask yourself, am I behaving in a godly manner, or do I portray the habits of the enemy? For the enemy's job is to deceive you to follow what your flesh desires and go against the will of God. To rebel and to choose your own ways can caught up in a circle of mediocrity. Just like Eve, who was deceived by the devil, telling her the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil is fit for the food, it is the same way that he will try to sway you to follow your own desires and be enticed. Ultimately, God wants what is only good for you, but the way you get it is to achieve it through Him. Have a complete mindfulness of your ways. Acknowledging God in all you do is what is required of you to become the person you desire to be. It is the way to avoid pride by achieving things on your own way that will eventually lead to destruction. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make your paths straight. Proverbs 3:5-6.